Hey guys, I'm Renella Hernandez with Web3 TV, and I'm at EthCC in Paris. Joining me, we have Christina, the co-founder of Squid. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I wanted to learn a little bit more about how it's going so far at the conference for you.
It's going really good. I just finished my talk, which is always a little nerve-wracking, but nerves and excitement, I've learned, is the same thing. But it went super well, and we also have a large portion of the team here, and we very rarely meet in person because we're all around the world. So that's really special. And
in true decentralized form.
Very decentralized in all aspects, of course.
Can you tell me some important points that you hit on in your talk?
Yeah, so we've just launched a feature called Speed Boost, which gets cross-chain swaps down to 20 seconds or less. We have actually a couple of swaps under 1 second, or in 1 second, which is insane. But overall, it's less than 20 seconds, which is super exciting. So that was what my talk was about, and speed in general.
Can we break that down a little bit and just define what a cross-chain swap is and the importance of high speed?
Yeah, of course. So we are actually a router, and what that means is that we route tokens between chains. So now we're connected to 44 chains, and that number is rapidly increasing. And the way that we act is that we connect to DEXs on the chains that we support, and then we found the optimal route. What that means is that you normally have to wait on finality, which is completely different chain to chain. But we've introduced a feature that basically goes not above it, but is able to work around it. And that is a feature that consists of smart contracts, can basically fulfill the transaction on destination chain as soon as it sees the transaction on the source chain.
Okay, so can you give me just like an example? Like, let's say I wanted to swap one currency for another.
Yeah.
How would that look like? What would be the steps?
So for you can go to our front end or any of the integrations. We have 50 live integrations, but go to our front end. And then you say you have USDC on Arbitrum and you want USDC on Filecoin, for example. Mm-hmm. Typically, that would take a long time to do. Yeah. But you just put in what you want, where you want it, in the same input on destination chain. And then you click, it's a toggle whether you want to use the Speed Boost feature or not. And it's a small fee, of course, that goes to the service provider. Right. And then you'll get your funds in less than 20 seconds.
Okay, gotcha. So then why was it so important to increase that speed?
Well, I think we live in an instant society, basically, and no one is going to wait. Imagine you had to wait 10 minutes for your Instagram to upload or your tweet to...
No, I'd X out of it.
Yeah, or the funds in general, people have... There's a lot of uncertainty that comes with transferring value, and we need to get rid of that, and we need to build secure systems, but that usually comes at the cost of speed. So this is a way to do both, which is really revolutionary and not a lot of people have done, so...
And since you mentioned security, what do you think are some of the biggest issues right now facing crypto users when it comes to privacy and security?
Well, I think literally getting your funds lost, right? And having bad actors in the space. We unfortunately, the smartest people I know, they all work in crypto, absolutely. But also there's a lot of bad people doing bad things. And that's really unfortunate. Yeah. And of course, they do put themselves out of business. But it's a shame for the users and it's a shame for the industry. But overall, you still need to be able to do your own research, even though that shouldn't have to be the case. But it's really important to have a vague understanding of what decentralization and security means and actually look into the technology that you're using. But it shouldn't be like this,
I know. We still have a lot of growing up to do. And how did you get into the space in the first place? What made you want to work in blockchain?
It was always tangentially around. So I've always been in tech, always been in startups. I was in the mental health tech industry before crypto, which is strangely not that dissimilar.
No? How so?
Well, you're working on really hard problems. You're working on coordination, and you're working on things that are often hard to define. But I think it's just the intellectual rigor that comes with both of it is actually similar. But when
I hadn't thought of that comparison.
But when I got the offer to join a crypto company in 2018, I was overjoyed. My family thought I was crazy, but they've been proven wrong, kind of, a little bit, maybe. But
it's hard to explain to our families and friends exactly what we do when it's when what they see in the media mostly is like the bad headlines, the crashes, the scams. How would you explain to them, like if someone asks you, no, crypto's a scam, like, or crypto is dead, like what would you say to someone like that?
Oh, I show them Squid, I show them DeFi, I show them NFTs, I show them all these insane use cases that we've built. They're incredible, and not only are they revolutionary and disrupting existing systems, but they're also really fun. And the speed of innovation is so fast, and I just couldn't imagine doing anything else. And I also, I think the macro climate has shown us, and it just keeps showing us more and more, that the intermediaries that we are trying to disrupt really needs disruption.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, it's like messed up. So the job is kind of being done for us, and it's our job to build secure and scalable systems that can also be matched on a UX level.
Definitely. And you mentioned NFTs. Do you have any?
I do have some NFTs.
Yeah? Which ones? Any big names?
Oh my gosh, should I dox my NFT collection?
Whatever you want to share.
No, I definitely dabbled a lot in NFTs like everyone else when the boom hit, but now as a founder, you don't really have time to do anything. So no, they're just like stashed.
Is it that, or is it just because they're not as profitable anymore?
No, I think you just don't have time. So my partner is NFT obsessed. Our house is like filled with NFTs. Oh. Yeah.
Physically?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. You display yours? Yeah. Okay.
So NFTs is definitely part of my life. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So what's one that you wake up to? What's like the first one you see?
The Fidenza.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you prefer the art-based ones? Yeah. More than like PFP or the fun projects. Okay. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you so much for your time.